We are once again opening the application energy reviews. So we are only typing the username. I'm pressing the enter button. So as we have already explained in the previous video, we will define the parameters from January to December 2007, and we're moving on by clicking the accept button. So our next function is average electric energy sale prices per month. So here we can see different months such as January, February, March, etc. On the right side there is the legend. Below we have different months and categories such as high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, etc. And in the bottom of the page we can see the total value. By exiting this function, we are moving on to the next one, which is average electric energy sale prices per location. So here on the left side we can see different locations in Belgrade. On the right we can see different consumption categories, which is also shown below, and on the right side we can see our total amount. The next function is participation of the consumption category in kilowatt hour selling. So the graphic shows categories as high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, as it is shown below. On the left we have different locations, and on the right side we can see the total amount. I'm continuing to the next function, which is participation of the consumption category in selling in dinars. So similar to the previous function, we have different categories such as high voltage, middle voltage, common consumption, neon signs, public lights, etc. and different locations. So if we move to the right side, we can see the total value. We are continuing with the sales structure. And this function shows on the left different consumption categories such as low voltage, wide consumption of the households, neon signs, etc. And if we move to the right, we have different options and categories such as measure unit, active energy, reactive energy, realization by tariff rates, average price, etc. And if we move to the right side of the page, we can see our total amount. Our next option is the sales structure by consumption zones, which is very interesting because in the electro-distributive system of Serbia, the tariff system is defined in such way that the sale is conducted based on monthly readings. The household tariff group in the electro-distributive system of Serbia is unique because the kilowatt hours are calculated based on the monthly consumption. The monthly consumption to 350 kilowatt hours is the green tariff. Then the next one from 350 kilowatt hours to 1600 kilowatt hours is blue tariff. And the last one, which is over 1600 kilowatt hours, is the red tariff. So on the left side, we can see that the 56% of kilowatt hours in green tariff has a part of 46.35% in electric energy sale in dinars. Then the 40.42% of kilowatt hours in blue tariff has a part of 45.55% in electric energy sale in dinars, and in the end the 3.51% of kilowatt hours in the red tariff has a part of 8.1% in electric energy sale in dinars. In the bottom of the page on the left we can see different months. Then we can see tariffs such as green, blue one, the red one, etc. And in the bottom of the page we can see our total amount. So by exiting this function, we are moving to the function called hourly usage. And in the graphic we can see different months. On the right side there is the legend. So we have also different categories such as high voltage, middle voltage and low voltage. And in the right corner of the page we have our total value. Our next function is number of active measuring points. So here we can see on the left side, we can see the number of active measuring points per location, and here we can see different locations in Belgrade. Then on the right side we have number of active measuring points per consumption categories, which is also described below. On the left side we have different locations in Belgrade, and then on the right we have, for example, options such as middle voltage, low voltage, wide consumption, common consumption, etc. For example, Belgrade has most of the greatest number of measuring points, which is 225,797, and in the bottom of the page we can see the total number, which is around 750,000, which we have already mentioned in our first video presentation. So by exiting this function, I'm opening our last function for today. So this function represents delivered electric energy per consumption categories and months. In the graphic we can see different months, and on the left side then we have different categories such as high voltage, common consumption, other consumption, neon signs. And in the bottom of the page we can see the total amount. You can of course change the appearance of the graphic, and we can see that the function was opened in less than 1 second. Thank you very much for your attention.